Welcome to Open Arms, an honest conversation about firearms. One of the most frequently asked questions when I have my first-time gun owners in their class is, should I get more self-defense? Should I get more training? And my answer is always yes. And then they ask, where do I go? Well, now we have a great facility that's opening up here in Thousand Oaks, California. We have United Defense Tactical opening up. And today on my show, I have the owner of the United Defense Tactical, Elyas. How you doing, Elyas?
Good. Good to meet you, and thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, Nikki here too was talking about self-defense. She took a little bit with one of your instructors at one point, right, Nikki?
Yes, I know how to defend myself now. But I think it's very important for everybody to learn how to protect themselves. You just never know, right?
Exactly. Now, as far as your facility is concerned, Elyas, what are you offering people?
Yeah, so this thing was purposely built. It took us about a year to build it. It's about 5,000 square feet. And we cover a lot in self-defense, primarily focusing on firearm training. So it's a safe facility. We use our own technology. It's SIRT pistols, laser-guided projectors. We do also have a live fire range in there that shoots rubber bullets.
Oh, nice.
But predominantly what we focus on is the safety component of it. This is very much a perishable skill.
That's awesome.
The second you disrespect that firearm or don't have the respect towards it, an accident can happen. And so we know there's a lot of new firearm owners out there. There's a lot of training that's required.
Yes.
And that's what our facility encompasses.
That's fantastic. And again, that's what Open Arms is all about. That's what we stress on, the safety, of course, family values and Second Amendment. And when I found out about your facility, I said, wow, this is right there. This is the perfect facility for us to network with. And I think it's fantastic that you built this right here in our neighborhood.
Right.
Which is another good thing too. Now, I know you are using some of your self-defense classes. You're using a guy by the name of Russell Reynolds. He used to train here at our studio, and his classes were phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Is he going to be still running the same type of program there?
Yeah, he is for sure, and we love Russell. And we believe in all sorts of combatives, right? And so a lot of people, we teach CCW classes.
Yeah.
We teach how to carry from your appendix, but if somebody's 5 yards away from me, it's going to be hard to get to that, weapon in time and clear your shirt and get a good grip on it. And so you may have to go hand in hand against somebody.
It's true.
What does that look like, right?
So many variables when it comes to that.
So many variables, malfunctions with your weapon. And so, again, we kind of cover that whole spectrum of self-defense.
Beautiful.
Not just firearms, but the hand-to-hand combatives too.
Nikki was taught something with Russell with a magazine, right, Nikki?
Yeah, he was saying that to roll a magazine really, really tight, and you can bring that on an airplane because it's a magazine.
And it becomes a weapon.
And it becomes a weapon.
It's amazing some of the things.
But it's rolled special. Like it's rolled in a way where.
Exactly. I mean, it's amazing something that simple can become a weapon.
We actually cut out like foam, and we're replicating that as your cell phone. Right? And we're teaching how to potentially use your cell phone, parts of it, right?
See that? Yeah.
So again, the person could really become the weapon. The things around them could be tools to be used.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's always the question I'm getting from the first-time gunners. I may not have my gun all the time. So what do I do? Do I need more self-defense training? And I always tell them, yes. Anything that you could get for self-defense is a plus,
Absolutely.
Just like you said, learning how to use your cell phone as a weapon, learn how to use a magazine as your weapon. You never know what's in your environment. But there's also how to avoid a situation.
And I'm glad you brought that up. That's probably 80% of what we teach, to be honest.
Nice.
Right? And so it's the thinking process. And so when you're in a self-defense engagement, there's a threat level. You have to assess that threat level, right? We teach people how to communicate, right? We teach people how to de-escalate, how to get out of that situation. And God forbid, if you need to draw or use some type of weapon, are you proficient enough to do that, right?
Exactly.
And the funny thing is, we take people through these little demos. We've had law enforcement, military guys come in there, and they're really realistic. We put them in a threat engagement, right? And we don't tell them anything. We're just like, what would you do, right? Like, what would you do in this situation? I would say 95% of the time, even though they're trained, deer in headlights, they freeze.
Really?
Completely freeze. Yeah. They just don't know what to do because things happen so fast.
It's true.
It's like seconds,
It's
right?
true.
And unless you have this type of repetitive training,
Absolutely.
you're not going to be prepared.
Do you know, I put out PSAs as well. I don't know if you saw my PSA on high capacity magazines.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that.
Did
Yeah,
you see it?
No, I haven't seen it, but Russell told me about it.
Okay.
I'll have to watch it, yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you brought that up because you're right. When it comes to a situation like that, you're not going to be, on your mark, ready, just going to put that grouping right there. No, your heart rate is flying. Your adrenaline is up. You're like,
Fear,
so
panic sets
I
in.
kind of showed a situation where that happened to a guy who was getting home invaded, and it took him more than the shots they allowed him to have in his magazine to rectify the situation. So again, I totally love that you're teaching that. That's fantastic.
And we teach to stop the threat, right? To stop it, right? That's it.
Exactly.
No more, no less. Stop the threat.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nikki, since you've been here, since you've been working with all of our open arms team and the self-defense, do you think you're more aware now when you're by yourself in a parking lot and things like that?
Yes, I'm always looking at my surroundings.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And it's a lot of people have their head in their phones when they're crossing the street, and you have to be aware of everything around you. And not only that, like, I always want to know where the exits are.
Yeah.
See, and you're so funny. Let's tell you a little story. When we first start dating and we first start going out to restaurants, I would always make sure I sat in the seat where I could see.
That's so funny.
And she would always yell at me, "Why do you always have to have that seat?"
I always thought he was just picky and like high maintenance. Picky,
Yeah,
this is-
exactly.
picky and high maintenance. Like, I can't pick where I want to sit.
No, I told her. I said, "No, I don't want my back to the door. I want to be able to see my environment, see the entrance and exit, see who's coming in and out. You never know. I mean, it's just good practice."
This is a true story. So we as a team, we're really tight, right? Our instructors, we have phenomenal instructors there, and we'll go out to eat, and when we go to a restaurant, like, it's always like an arm race for who gets the right exit position. And right, it's like we just dash towards like the seat, and it's like, no, this is my seat because I got this angle. I want this angle. And
That's what he does.
I know.
I want that
He
seat.
beelines and then leaves me behind.
I do. I
you're
just
trained.
push her away like I'm getting my seat.
But you're trained to think that way, right?
I know.
So-
It's true though. You are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said in your facility you have actually rubber bullets, guns, and stuff like that. And you have also laser.
Yep.
My question is, can people just come to your place just to do that type of practice, or do they have to sign for a class, or how does it work?
So we recommend everybody to come in and take a demo, and we cover the cost of that. It's like $500, but we cover the cost of that. It's 90 minutes, and what we do in that demo is we take them through kind of what we're about, how we train, how we think about training, right? Because what most people have access to is some type of range, right? Like, I stand here, I set up a target 25 yards away, and I shoot at it. Like you said earlier, I get really good at like marksmanship, but that target doesn't move, I don't move, there's no fear, there's no panic. So we take them through that part of it. Then we do just kind of like a basic kind of like what I call correction, right? We get them shooting and just kind of look at their stance, their grip, just kind of make some minor adjustments. But a large part of that demo is actually spent in our threat scenarios, where we can kind of manipulate the outcome through our own technology. We put them in an engagement, and then we'll assess it afterwards, and we'll talk about it. And even talk about some of the legality stuff of
That's
what
fantastic.
you can do, like in your house, outside in public. What does that
go.
look like? So yeah, I mean, for people who want this type of training, I mean, once they kind of go through this little session, they're like, okay, I am not prepared.
Exactly.
There's so many CCW holders that we have that come in there, and again, they just think that like, oh, this is like, I am empowered, I have this. Put them in that engagement, and pow, they get shot, and it's
Correct.
like, what happened? You didn't move, you didn't say anything, like you just stood there.
You know, that's funny too, because in our training classes, we also go to their home, and that's such an important part of our training.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these people don't even realize if they do have that gun stored safely in a safe by their bed or whatever, and they have a family, and they hear a bump in the night downstairs or whatever may be in the house, and they retrieve that gun, the first thing you must do is account for all your family members and get them behind you.
Right.
People don't, they're like, oh, I never thought about that. I never really thought about that. Well, yeah, what if it's your son or your daughter making that noise downstairs, and you're all panicking and going down to clear a room, and you don't know where your
Accident can
family
happen.
is.
Yeah.
little things like that keep people safe. A facility like yours is going to keep people safe.
Yeah, we have a live fire room as well, where we're gonna have room partitions, where we could actually configure somebody's like living room or bedroom and
Oh,
kind of set
really?
that up hallways for like
very
CQB, right? And so our instructors will actually suit up and we'll put you live in an engagement. We'll have you like, we'll holster you up or whatever. And we'll
Nice.
tell you the situation, and we'll come out there and actually try to like rob you like a home invasion. We'll set you up in a restaurant. And yes, you can shoot at us, right?
That's great.
We'll
That's-
put you in
that's
that. We
awesome.
have an alleyway in the back of our building where we can roll a car up there, and we will try to carjack you, right? And so it puts you in these high threat engagements repeatedly, right? So you build that muscle memory.
That is fantastic. And if you ever need a thug, Nikki is a great thug.
Nikki?
Now, let me tell you why she's a great thug. When we're filming the show, we're at Arizona. We got the whole house out there set up for the reenactment.
Yeah.
Cameras, all the crew, and like that. My thugs that I hired for the day canceled out on us.
Oh no.
And I'm like, what are we going to do? We had all the wardrobe. So I said, Nikki, you and me have to be thugs. Let's go. I figured it's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
She was like on fire. She was tying the people up. I mean, I was scared of her at the time. But no,
Sounds great.
that's stuff like that is really good teaching methods. I really love hearing that.
Yeah.
That's
no,
fantastic.
it's important. Again, it's like we always say that like, fail at our facility, don't fail out there in the real world.
I
Right?
agree.
And so again, if you own a firearm, if you're thinking about buying a firearm, if you have a firearm around your family or whatever, it is a perishable skill. You need consistent training, and that's
100%.
That's what we're about.
That's again a lot of my first time gunners come in here and say, should I get more training or am I good to go? Absolutely not. You got to keep training, keep your chops up, always keep your mind sharp with it. That's great. Now, Elyas, you guys are obviously having a grand opening
We
coming
are.
up.
Yep. Next
And
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday?
Yeah, the 15th. Yep.
The 15th of this month. And the address where the facility is?
We are on 672 North Moorpark Road in Thousand Oaks.
Okay.
So we're in the same parking lot as the Whole Foods there.
Gotcha.
So they're on one end and we're on the other end of it.
Okay.
So yeah, we're going to take over our side of the parking lot. And really we're having a lot of like just local kind of like Thousand Oaks and Westlake and Agora Hill vendors and businesses kind of come out and support.
Very nice.
I want to make it more communal. And so it's going to be fun. Yeah. And then the city is also participating, the city of Thousand Oaks. We're doing a ribbon cutting at 4 o'clock.
Very cool.
So it'll be fun. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We give a tour of the facility and a lot of our members are coming out to support. So yeah, we're excited.
Beautiful. Now, also, you are doing a little bit of fundraising for the fire victims, correct?
We are. Yeah. So we made an announcement on our social media a couple of days ago. I've personally evacuated like 3 families that I know,
Wow.
friends. And so, yes, we are asking that, if you have any type of donations, it could be anything from, extra blankets, batteries, food, whatever. We are collecting those supplies at our facility.
And we're going to help out with that too,
Thank
as
you.
well. Like I said, and anybody who wants to donate can either go to United Defense Tactical, or you can bring it here to our studio, which is 780 Lakefield Drive, Suite C, and drop it off, and we'll get it there. We're going to participate in a big way. We're going to get the word out as well.
Thank you.
Because there are a lot of people in need right now,
There are.
and it's a good thing.
Yeah, and like I say, we're happy to, help these people out. Like I said, I've personally gone out and evacuated 3 different families, and yeah, we want to give back, and it's important for us to build this community.
Yes.
And that's really the biggest reason why I really opened this business, right? And I just think the community factor and the members that are signing up, just amazing people. So we want to give back to them, right? We want to give back to.
Sounds fantastic. Okay, so then people can just, when they come to your facility to check it out, you give them like a little tour of the place and show them everything that's going on, correct?
Yeah, so for what we call walk-ins, right?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
just like coming off the street.
Yeah.
We are a private member club.
Okay.
And so everybody who joins and trains with us, we do require a background check.
Okay.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we give them a kind of a high-level tour, but then they can book their demo with our receptionist, and then come back in and kind of experience more of it. But we want to be, a private club. We don't want to give away too much and show too much of
No,
the
absolutely.
facility.
So then what does like the package consist of? If someone signs up, what do they get?
Yeah, so we have a couple different options for memberships. We call them memberships, and it's really based on your availability and your budget. And so, again, we don't disclose kind of what that looks like or our pricing. We have people kind of come in so we can talk to them about it, and so we can figure out what works best with them. But we are right now are running kind of our founder members pricing. And basically, it's really reduced pricing for memberships. And I think we're going to run that probably just for the end of this month. But we're going to grandfather you in at that. And so, people think it's expensive. Just come talk to us.
There you go.
Yeah. It's
Good deal.
yeah. Come talk to us. It's cheaper than just come talk to us.
That's awesome. I really do think that we needed a facility like this out this way for sure, because something like what you have to offer has been, you have to really travel for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find your obviously your gun safety training classes and things like that, and your martial arts or self defense, but to have everything under one roof like that. That's really, really good. It's really, really good. What made you decide to open up out here in Thousand Oaks?
Well, so I used to live in Calabasas for a little bit, and then during COVID, I kind of moved to Orange County, just because of the craziness that was happening up here. But I'm just drawn to this area. There's a certain energy to it. I love the people up here, and I always knew that I had to get back up here. And then I just kind of started doing, some research and things that I wanted to do. I'm just kind of an entrepreneur by nature. I've been training with United Defense Tactical for several years as well. And I was like, you know what, like what they do would be phenomenal, like up in this area. And, we talk about it too, because we do like team meetings, and like some of the things that we teach, obviously firearms and kind of that self-awareness, like we're seeing people apply that to other parts of their lives too. Yeah. That confidence. And that quick decision making. Like it's incredible what it's doing for just people in general. It does. So I think the community, I love the people up here. I love the energy up here. Yeah. It's just beautiful. And so I had to get back. And I was pretty determined to put something in like either like Westlake or Thousand Oaks or Newbury Park. And we just got lucky. We quickly found this spot. And I tore it down. It was like 3 different units, and we tore it down. We started building it right away.
I remember those units being vacant for a while.
They were. There. Yeah. So we beat them up a little bit.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you chose this area. It is definitely needed out here. And you're right. This community is a great community.
It's a great community.
Great community of people.
Yeah.
It is. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We kind of feel like we're different than the rest of California, in a way.
I feel that energy for sure. Yeah. It feels like home here.
It does.
Yeah. And so, although I did move to Orange County, like I just couldn't wait to kind of come back.
Yeah.
So I just had to make it happen, and
there you go.
Here I am. I'm living up here now.
Well,
so,
good deal. I'm glad you made the move.
Thank you.
That's good. All right. So obviously your facility's open right now.
We're open.
You're doing business now, and the grand opening Wednesday. Everybody keep that in mind. That's this Wednesday grand opening. What are the times for that?
So 11 a.m. is when we're going to kick off, and we're going to run it from 11 to 5 p.m. And then the city is going to do their ribbon cutting at 4 p.m.
Okay, great.
With us, and so we're excited about that. But I love people to come check it out because we have a lot of different training. Like you said, we got our self-defense. We've got 2 main sim labs. We've got, our live fire range. And so there's a lot of things to what we offer that I love people to,
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I encourage everybody to get up there to the grand opening, check the facility out, whether you're thinking about doing some self-defense training or not. It's just a good thing to know that this is available to you in this area. And again, don't forget about the fundraiser. Seriously, please help. Again, our address once again here is 780 Lakefield Road, Suite C, MB Studio Productions. You can drop off anything here you'd like. We will make sure it gets to the event on Wednesday, or just go to the facility, which is the address again.
672 North Moorpark Rd, Thousand Oaks.
Just take your donations up there as well. I mean, let's try to help the people a little bit here. They're going through a lot. That's for sure. Yep. I mean, people say, oh yeah, but they have enough money to build another house like that. It's not about that. They lost personal things that you can't replace with money. Pictures, kids kids' projects or whatever. Things that are irreplaceable.
Yeah, all these like families with like pets and
There's-
things like
yeah.
that, and like it's more to it. There's more to it. Right?
It's nothing's good about it. Nothing's good at all. I'm really sad to see it happen here in Southern California.
Yeah.
I think there might have been a way to prevent it, maybe, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm hearing things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, anyways, back to the good stuff.
Yes.
Let's get out there and let's support his company, because I
Thank
tell you what, I think he's going to do phenomenal. I think it's going to be a great business to have in our community here. I surely know that we are going to be networking with them for sure.
Thank you.
It just ties in with what we're all about as well. So, Nikki, you're going to post all the flyers and everything on the Instagram or social
Everything
media.
will be in the description box below. So the address for the facility and his social media handles, and of course our website, everything will be listed below.
Perfect. Good deal. Well, Elyas, I really do wish you the best of success over there.
Thank you.
We are going to be doing a lot more talking in the future here for sure.
Absolutely. I have a lot of opinions and ideas.
Very cool. Very cool. We're here to help. That's
Awesome.
all I could say.
Appreciate it.
I love the fact that we're got the same type of networking that we're dealing with here.
Yep.
Well, good. We are going to be there. We're going to pop in at the grand opening as well. We'll do some social media up there. Unfortunately, we're supposed to do a booth, but we're actually filming that day.
I heard. Yeah.
But it's okay.
Next time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll do another
We'll
thing.
still have time to get up there. There's no question about it. So we'll be running around up there and everything like that. Again, I thank you for coming on the show.
Appreciate it. Thank
We're
you.
going to support you in any way we can.
Thank you.
Everybody, once again, please go and check that facility out. It is going to be amazing.
Yes. Thank you again.
All right.
Until next time.
Okay, and don't forget, its grand opening is Wednesday at 11 to 5.
11 to 5. Yep.
And the address is, once again,
672 North Moorpark Road.
Beautiful.
Thousand Oaks. Yep.
all right, Elyas, again.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your efforts building that place. I know
Absolutely.
it took a lot. I know it took probably a lot of blood, sweat, and tears,
I
but you
did it for people like you and,
There you go.
and the community. That's
You
what it's
did it.
for. Yeah.
Awesome. And Nikki's going to put all your information on, of course, like she said. And Nikki, where can they find us?
You can find Open Arms on Instagram at openarms.tv, and we are on TikTok as well. It's openarms.tv.
Awesome.
Very good. Well, that's our show for today. And please, people, keep that in mind to go check out Elyas's new facility. And always remember, safety, family, and the Second Amendment. Have a good day.